Hi, I'm Colin. This is my garage. This is part 5 of my Parlor guitar build for the Great Guitar Build-Off. In the last video, I finished gluing the top and back plates on and closing the body, and that's where I'll start with this video. I need to trim the plates and install the binding. I need to inlay the end graft and fit the neck and install the frets. So let's get started. Check it out. It's the final shape there. Okay, let's move on to the binding. Here I'm cleaning up the sides of the guitar and cleaning the glue off before I cut the binding channels. I'm routing a 1/16 of an inch thick channel for the binding, and here I'm doing a second pass for the purfling. Before I glue in the binding and purfling, I need to inlay the end graft and carve out a neck slot, and that's what I'm doing next. This is my first time doing neck like this, and I didn't really know how to approach carving this slot, so I just kind of attacked it with everything I had. Next time I think I'll use a router. Measure twice, cut once, as they say. And this still happens to me sometimes. I'm really happy with the way the binding and purfling turned out. It was a bit of a pain to glue in. The strips were pretty stiff, and even though I bent them to shape beforehand, they didn't quite conform to the shape of the guitar. But that said, it actually turned out really well. There are a couple gaps here and there, and I'll fill them in the next video when I do the finishing. But overall, I'm really happy. I'm removing some material from the heel to allow for the curve of the body of the guitar. Trying to get the neck angle right on the body, and as I'm slowly working this down and fitting it and checking it on the body, I realize that I need to taper this fingerboard. It needs to be thinner here by about about 1.5 millimeters, and then taper to full thickness here. And that would have been probably easier to do if I maybe glued the fretboard on later or something, but well. You'll notice the threaded inserts in the fingerboard extension. Those are for bolting a piece of wood that will clamp the top of the guitar to the bottom of the fretboard, and you'll see that later when I assemble it. Almost there. Spacer between the two inserts. And second insert. I'm installing these two screws just to make sure the threaded inserts are straight. And here I'm marking for the holes that I'll drill in the body of the guitar. There. Right there. Okay. Okay, let's give this a test fit. Bolt it on and measure everything. Here's that wooden piece that I mentioned that will clamp the fretboard to the top of the guitar. Now that this is bolted on snug, I just want to double check that it's straight with the center line of the guitar, and also that the the neck angle is correct. Everything should be. Looks like, yeah, okay, the center line is on point. It's good. You can't see it, but I've got a couple pencil marks. Okay, while I have it all bolted up here, I need to mark the end of the fretboard. I also need to mark for the heel cap here. I glued the heel cap and did a little bit of shaping off camera. Here I'm fitting it to the body of the guitar. Filing a little bit of the tang of each fret off the ends so that the fret will fit over the binding on the fretboard.
I just finished clipping the ends of all these frets. I have this pair of, they're just wire snips, but I've ground down the side of here to make it absolutely sharp and flush so that I can clip it right at the edge of the fretboard. I took footage of this, or I thought I did, and I was going to do a nice time lapse, but I hit the wrong button on the phone. I haven't had my coffee yet this morning, so there you go.
Here I'm leveling the frets. And now I'm finding high spots on individual frets so I can touch them up.
Be careful not to take too much off.
I'm using a crowning file to bring the curved profile back to the top of each fret after leveling them. I marked each fret with marker before so that I can be sure not to actually take the overall height of the fret down. And here I'm dressing the ends of each fret and finally giving them a polish. Well, it's almost there. I still have to make the bridge, but other than that, all I really have to do is some sanding and finishing, and that will be the subject of the next video, the finale. See you then. Thanks for watching.